record. There we go. Gotta remember to upload. Oh, I just kicked the trash can. I gotta remember to upload these things, right? I try to. So, I've got a few things going on. Got a few, I didn't write any topics down, but we're gonna wing it like we normally do. And what is going on with that? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, it said truly bedrock, more diggy time, day 2 TB stream weekend. that's nope, that's not it. We're not on a stream weekend. And I changed it, but so literally 2 minutes ago Twitch was having issues with people going live, so it's good to see that I did go live because they said they have it fixed. So let's see if we go over to Twitch. Hey, Rayworks is streaming. And Captain Sparkles, neat. I'm live. I know. It's so crazy. Yeah, now it says truly bedrock, mossifying, TB stream, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. So I didn't get to stream this weekend, and I need to go ahead and clear out my inventory. I'm working on a video. That is what all of that stuff is from. Let's put that like that. Perfect. Working on a video. I didn't stream this last weekend because there was a lot of work that went into the mud farm, right? A lot of work that went into this, and then doing the AFK thing and troubleshooting this thing and doing some tweaks and making sure that we do not blow this system up is a thing. I have gone AFK and I've got almost 5 shulker boxes of mud, and we're running out of the shulker boxes and stuff that we have up here. I need to get a better way up. So I showed this in the next video, but since you guys are in the stream, we're going to show it now, and then we'll go back to what I was saying. I had to add these bits of obsidian because the blast was like blasting through the obsidian. It was really weird, and then I had to add these 2 bits of obsidian right here, this one and this one. Items were popping off and just landing right here on top of the dispenser, and we had quite a bit of loss. We're still at a loss, a little bit, but less than what we had before. So, you know, we're doing pretty good. We still got a couple of double chests worth, plus the hoppers are full up to this point. It works. It works well. I turn on the auto clicker, I do my thing, and boom. Literally, boom. I've had no issues with the ghasts outside of getting kicked from the server. So I was sat here, I wedged myself centered up on the iron bar here. I take all my armor and bits off so that I don't have my tools and stuff. I sit right here, I hit my auto clicker, and I start pressing things, and the items come. This fire right here, as you can see, will sometimes catch the items on fire. Hey, Ajax. Sometimes it's just enough for the items to go down here, and then I don't know if they despawn or not. Sometimes they burn. It is what it is. It's still an automatic farm. I've mined a ton of dirt. I'm not worried about losing a little bit of the dirt. It's fine. I don't care. I'm super happy that I can just stand here and do my thing. However, I was booted from the server for a restart, which happens twice a day. It's actually going to happen here in a few minutes, so I didn't plan this very well. But nonetheless, when I relogged, we blew up like these few pieces of glass right here, the piston, the glass that the torch was on, a little bit of this glass that's above the mud. No big deal. I'm not too bothered by it. I got all of the items back. We've fixed it. If it becomes a problem in the future, what we will do is we will simply put some obsidian. Yep. So, very happy with the farm. Considering it's a gas blaster on a server, they tend to be pretty finicky. This one is working very well. I love it. And wrangling ghasts was something I haven't done since season 1? Yeah, season 1. So, we're going to continue today mossifying this beautiful area, get the rest of this mossed in. And I don't think I'm going to go through the process of breaking any of the moss stuff until I absolutely have to. We are, however, going to set up a bed. And this bed's in the wrong chest, but that's fine. Yep. Look at all that bone meal. Anyway, I don't really care about breaking the stuff just yet. I think I want to go to mossifying. I've actually got mud, so we could do some of that. All kinds of things. All kinds of things are happening. So back to last weekend, there was a lot of work that went into making the mud farm, capturing the ghasts and things like that, on top of really weird work schedules and all that fun jazz. So yeah, we've had to overcome and adapt, and this week I decided last week I decided not to take my computer. This week I decided to take my computer. If nothing else, I could AFK for mud while hanging out in the hotel room, which is where I'm at tonight. I'll be back home tomorrow, which is why the schedule is kind of weird. Because I'm out of town, but not out of town. So it's nice to be home. I also get a 3-day weekend, which is super awesome. That doesn't happen very often. Hello. Get back. Cape Red, what's happening? Good evening. Good evening for me. Good, day to you. Whatever time. Yeah, time zones, things, stuff. So last week when I came up here, it was kind of a... What did I do? I had like a... I talked to myself and I said... Precious, because I like to call myself Precious when I'm talking to myself. Should we bring the computer? I love playing this game, but I am grinding away at Legends Arceus. Lot to do on that game, so I could just sit back and put my nose to the grindstone, so to speak, and we could do our thing. You know, we're going to be up here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That means Monday night when I get off work, I'm going to have to set the computer up. Wednesday night, which is tonight, I've got to break the computer back down because we head straight home from work. How do we want to play this? And so last week I didn't bring my computer. I decided, you know what, we'll deal without it. The only recording that we got done was... like up to the second time lapse. Up to the second time lapse was what I had gotten done, I believe. Yes, it was. And so I had to spend the better part of, Saturday and Sunday when I had the time, finishing the rest of the farm, capturing ghasts. And capturing ghasts is no joke. It took time. It took somewhere in the neighborhood of like 3 hours to get both of those ghasts. We had one die in transportation, not to mention recording all the things. I think my wife had gone to take a shower, and I jumped on the computer and recorded a little clip to finalize the video, and then I think I said in my video somewhere that I was ending at it was like 10:30 in the morning or something like that, 9:30 in the morning. It took a couple of hours to edit all that together, get all the time lapses together, get everything worked out and sped up, and we made it by the skin of our teeth, which is a weird saying when you think about it, but nonetheless, we made it. So I figured this week I'd bring the computer up. try to do a live stream after work since I didn't get one done last weekend. That will also give me, you know, the better part of this weekend to start getting the things that I'm doing on the server. I'm losing my train of thought. Bear with me, I'm tired. It was a 10-hour day in the sun. Yeah. It's been a busy week. And it's worked out pretty good. I spent most of last night prepping and doing things. The next episode of Truly Bedrock is going to be more or less preparing for a rather large build that we're going to do on the backside of the island. So, yeah, we've got a lot of work ahead of us. I've had to gather up... see, there's the server restart. I've had to gather up quite a few materials. I've actually had to go mining. I haven't had to do that in so long. Look. I'm a tree. I'm another tree. So that was fun. You saw the cobwebs in my inventory. Maybe you didn't because you've come a little later than everybody else. But we did go exploring in a mine shaft. Off-camera stuff. It's really fun. Sometimes it is a lot of fun just to kind of put the head down and turn on a YouTube video and go nuts. Then I did a bunch more AFKing for dirt last night. Yeah, I think I'm going to do pretty good this week. It was definitely a better decision. And I don't know. I don't know if we're going to stream on Saturday or Sunday like we tend to, but the options are available. Yes. So we're working a 410s schedule a couple hours away from the house, about 2.5 hours away from the house, depending on how fast you drive. So it's like I said before, it's really, really nice to be home for the weekends. I was able to do a bunch of stuff around the house. I think I've talked the last couple of streams about finishing a wall I've been working on for ever. 3.5 years. I finished it, which I'm super excited about. Amongst many other things I was able to accomplish throughout the weekend. So it's very nice to not have sound like grandma driving speed. Oh no. Oh no, so we are in a company vehicle, so we have to kind of maintain a certain speed. We've been told what the maximum is, and that's where we sit. And the maximum is well within the bounds of the law. So driving company vehicles can be a pain, but the gas savings is well worth it. Being home to do all of the honeydew things that tend to pop up whilst I'm not at home is very nice, as well as not having the stuff piling up on me, right? Coming back from a road trip and needing to do 20 different things throughout the house. Ugh. What can I do here? That did great. That did good. Did we do it? Did we do it? Did we complete, like, half-ish of the island? What's that right there? I see it. I see it. But with the pros, there are cons as well, like... Being home is nice, and being able to do the things, having 3 days... Bleh. Das nach Richter. Hello. Being able to help the wife out. So the wife was sick most of the weekend, so I did a lot of the running around. I ran kids to doctor's appointments. I helped her watch the baby. Server's gonna restart. Yep. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, we'll dump off for just a minute. We'll talk whilst we wait. I wish I had something to show you guys. I haven't really done anything in Test World since the Gas Blaster. Season 1. Season 3. Season 2. Creative copy of Season 4. Got a couple of creative copies. Some of these I think I need to delete. Yeah, I was just messing around. Das, so you picked a gender neutral the name. That's that's cool. I like it. I know a little bit of stuff. But no, I did. I took the kids, I did the shopping, I watched the baby. I know it's wrong. No, it's not wrong. And it really helped her out. And I've got a story that goes along with this that I'm kind of building up to it. I don't know how heavy we're going to get into stories today, but this one's pretty good. Anyway, Saturday we did all the things. I think my wife had planned to go to Comic-Con with the 2 older boys. I was going to take one of the other ones to a movie. Unfortunately, she was sick. Luckily, my kids are older. They got friends and stuff, so one of their friends was able to go with them, which is pretty nice having that option. That's what that's for. Interesting. Anyway, I think the server may... Well, I normally like to give it a minute. There we go. Let's try. It's not going to let me on yet. Anyway, we did all those things, and then, of course, Sunday nights are getting ready for the next day. When I came up here last week, which was the first week, I had forgotten a bunch of stuff. Gloves and safety glasses, and I tried to pack light because I knew I was going to go home. This week I packed like I wasn't ever going to come home, which is what I normally do, and I have all the things that I need. Let's try it. Huh? Maybe. Maybe not. Anyway, it does make it hard being home for 3 days and being gone for 4 days, especially when it comes to things like cooking. How do you buy food for 3 nights? You know what I mean? And living in a hotel room. Stuff like that gets to be a pain. So we'll figure it out as time progresses. Eventually I'll be up here 7 days a week for a month or so. But this one's going to last a little while. It's going to be kind of nice. And yeah, the back and forth is great, but the back and forth is also a pain. Just for planning things and getting everything 100% correct. Come on. I want to do the chit-chatting while I don't have to think about the stuff and the things. Am I still? I am still. It did this to me earlier where it wouldn't let me on. Let's try that. We'll just keep clicking the button until we force ourselves onto the server. Come on. It normally doesn't take this long to reset. Just a quick howdy, other commitments, and away from home. Have a great stream. Thanks for stopping in, B Silver B. Enjoy the rest of your day, morning, night, whatever time it is. Enjoy. There we go. We're on. Maybe. We did it. Look at that. We didn't even miss a minute. Well, it is what it is. Scanning quickly to see if we missed any. We look pretty good. Please. Thank you. Bedrock. Bedrock is so fun. What did we do here? Okay, yeah. So we're just going to kind of pick a row and we're gonna just start going down the row back and forth and see how that does for us. This is what I'm worried about, is missing like that, which is why I said I don't think I'm gonna go through and knock all this stuff down. Because when I did this originally, yeah, we had to come back and like bone meal a couple of spots and then knock all the stuff down. It's gonna be much easier just to do it towards the end, like when we have a bigger section done. Hello, moo-moos. Native creatures to the island. We don't want to do them too much harm, but we will if we have to. So anyway, what was it? Saturday? No, it was Friday. It was Friday for sure. I did some shopping, and I had to run kind of to many different stores. Even nowadays, there's still an issue sometimes with certain stores not having certain items. And I hate it. I think it's silly. Shouldn't have to go to multiple places to get the things that I want, but there again, it is the society in which we live in. So, do what we can, right? But I was heading home, called the wife, because I knew she wasn't feeling good, wanted to see if she needed anything outside of what she already sent me to get. I ended up getting her a bunch of like soup and crackers and stuff like that. She was just sick to her stomach. Nothing major. Just feeling bleh. The one thing that she asked for, though, because I was going to stop at the gas station to grab a couple of other items, and she asked for chips. So they sell these chips. They're called Munchos, if you've never heard of them. Made by Frito-Lay. They're just a thin potato chip. They're like super, super salty. I'm not the... What the heck just happened there? I'm not the biggest fan of them, but I know that high salt content was something my wife was craving, so I said, yeah, no problem, we'll stop. We'll get you some chips. They sell them at the gas station. No big deal. Well, it became a big deal. And what ensued was a crazy adventure that spanned over the course of 2 days, 4 grocery stores, 9 gas stations, and a Family Dollar. Yep. So the gas station didn't have them. Okay. Oh wait, we gotta do the thing. We gotta remember. Which from time to time is kind of a common-ish thing where the gas station doesn't have stuff, you know? It is what it is. We just kind of deal with it and move on. It's no big deal, right? But this was kind of a big deal. My wife wanted these chips, so I was going to get her these chips. So later that evening, when we're just hanging out at the house, asked my wife if she wanted anything else, and she was kind of feeling a little bit of a sweet tooth, so I was like, alright. I was going to go grab a soda, a pop if you will, and I was going to just grab her anything that she wanted. She said, hey, do me a favor and check for those chips, see if maybe they got restocked or whatever. I was like, yeah, no problem. No problem. The only thing was they weren't restocked, so I left the gas station, decided I'll go to another gas station that's close to my house. They didn't have them. I said, all right, we'll go to another gas station that's close-ish to my house. They didn't have them. Yep, we started doing that song and dance for a bit. Until I found myself back at the grocery store. Checked the grocery store, they didn't have them. By my house, I've got like 2 gas stations and a Family Dollar. So I checked both of them, or all 3 of them rather. They didn't have them. I ran to the gas stations that were kind of near the house, and then I started just hitting every single gas station on the way to grocery stores. So I went to King Soopers, I went to Safeway, I went to Walmart, I went to all the stores that we have in Colorado, grocery store wise, that were near me. And by golly, at this point, after I had been to like 4 gas stations and the grocery store and the Family Dollar, I had become extremely dedicated to the process. So I spent, I don't know, 2 hours driving around to various locations to try to find, what do I want to do here? I think, okay, we need to go grab some moss. Yes. We got to do a little bit of terraforming / cleanup work. So yes, that evening I ended up hitting, what did I hit? I ended up hitting one 7-Eleven, then the Loaf and Jug, then the Family Dollar. Then we hit 2 7-Elevens. We went to Walmart. We hit a Circle K, a Loaf and Jug, a Maverick, Safeway, and then Come and Go. None of those places had the chips. And I tried to get my wife some other stuff that I knew she kind of liked. Tried to subsidize, you know, what she wanted with some other stuff. It just didn't fill the void. It's understandable. When you want specific things, you want specific things. I get it. Let's just do like that, and then maybe we'll do something like that-ish. And then we'll do like that. I don't know. We're kind of guessing here. So the next day, I actually needed to run to the hardware store to get a couple of things. What do I want to do here? So I replaced a pair of like pliers that I've had for 16 years. It's becoming a $100 bag of chips with all that driving. It is, but I'm dedicated. This woman was going to get what she asked for at all expense. It probably was a waste, but you know what? We prevailed in the end, and we'll discuss that here momentarily. And my wife was extremely happy, and to me, that's worth any amount of money. I just don't care what it cost. This area is going to be questionable, because this is where I come down into the moss farm. I don't know what I want to do here. I really don't. Shoot. Don't get me wrong, I do the same thing. Yeah. No, I get it. I get it 100%. What do I... See, I'm not very good at terraforming, so this is going to be... I don't know if I want to leave this like a pit. You know what I mean? Goodness, there's no good way to get out of here either. Well, I guess maybe there is. So maybe we want to do like... follow the water line? And then do something like that? Yeah, we're just gonna make this up as we go. I really do not know what I want to do here. But anyway, moving back to the story, yeah, we had to go to the hardware store. I replaced a pair of pliers that are 16 years old. They're older than my boy. Been doing this electrician thing for a long time, and I haven't really... Ooh, what do I... I probably want to do, like... something like that, and then do like this. And then I'm thinking that we want to come around like that. And maybe have this flat. And then let's take this over here. You know, this is probably going to look great. So we want to have... What I want to do is I just want to go from there to here and be flat. We'll go ahead and punch that out a little bit, and then maybe, yeah, we'll leave that. That's fine. I think we can bring that over like that. This like that. Maybe wrap that around a little bit to where we have this. That's fine. Who cares? Then do something like this. It's gonna be great. I might... You know what? It's perfect. I don't care. It's fine. We'll never hardly see it as we progress through the island. But yeah, we ran over to the hardware store. I had to get some paint. I'm not 100% finished with my wall. I've just got to paint up some trim and stuff like that. It's not going to take me too long. Again, wife super happy. 3.5 years. We finished the wall. But I decided we went to the hardware store. We got all the things that we needed. I think I had to get some bungee cords because I've lived in my house for almost 11 years now, I think. And this is the first time this has ever happened, but I had raccoons. Yep. My wife sent me a picture last week of a little baby raccoon that had nestled up in the trash can. So to prevent those little buggers from getting into my trash can further, I put up a bungee cord. So that was something I had to do. And what was it? My kid and I went to go get a haircut. That was the other thing. So whilst we had like a 50-minute wait for a haircut, we decided to... He didn't decide. I decided to definitely go to all these other places and try to see what we could find for bags of chips. And what did we do? We went to... I think there was a Target nearby and another 7-Eleven, and there was one other gas station that I can't put my finger on at the moment. It was a very long journey. I was going to head to the Target and give her a check, but lo and behold, I went to this 7-Eleven and I found the chips. They had 3 bags left. I bought all 3 of them. Of course I did. And 2 days, like I said, 4 grocery stores, a Family Dollar, and 9 gas stations later. Probably way too much gas. My wife had her dang chips. And she was happy. And, you know, like you said, that was definitely a very expensive drive. But ensuring my wife's happiness, you know, sometimes it is the big things. Sometimes it's the small things that matter. And that was a very small thing. What's a bag of chips? The drive, sure, yeah. Like you said, gas is ridiculous, so it definitely cost me a little bit of a penny to go searching around, but you know, I know 100% she was extremely happy that I found them, extremely happy that I was dedicated that much to go get them, and yeah, she goes out of her way to do things for me because I work, where her business has, from COVID, pretty much went under. You know, she'll go do things just so I don't have to do them when I get off of work, or I don't have to do them on my days off. So to show that appreciation, or to reciprocate that appreciation, rather, yeah, whatever. I'll go get you 10 bags of chips. And it's nothing for me. I'm used to driving a lot, so it is what it is at this point. You know, this is going to turn out all right, I think. If it doesn't, we'll just wait till Season 5. We'll quit until Season 5. No, I do appreciate every little thing that lady does for me, for the kids, for the family, and I definitely want to show that where I can. And I think we did good. I think we did good. She was very, very happy. Well, what a whirlwind journey just to find a bag of chips. I don't know if it's just a supply chain issue or what. If they're discontinuing them, I don't know. Hey, Eric, what's happening? Because Frito-Lay makes them, and Frito-Lay hasn't really had a supply chain issue. At least not that I've seen. Doesn't mean it's not there. So, I don't know. And I've got a sister-in-law whose husband works for Frito-Lay, so I should have just called. Hey, man, send me some chips. But, and that's kind of my wife's thing, too, going back on the story a little bit. She loves chips. She loves to sit down and munch on some things while we're chilling and watching TV, you know. Everybody's got their thing that they enjoy, and that's hers. So, and it worked out. I think it worked out pretty good because me and my boy got to hang out a little bit and run around, something that we don't do very often, because I'm busy or gone. Went and got our haircuts afterwards, so it was kind of a dual purpose situation. Worked out really nice for everybody. Oh, man. But other than that, nothing too chaotic. Normal life stuff. My wife and I... So my wife... I shouldn't say my wife and I. My wife decided to help her niece out by watching the baby when she went back to work. You know, trying to help people where we can. Hey, Pork Chop Wally, what's happening? Been a minute. Definitely saving them some money for childcare and things like that, because everything nowadays is ridiculous in price. But my wife and I haven't had babies in the house in a minute, so it's kind of, I wouldn't say like a culture shock, but because we haven't had babies in the house, we're so used to our kids that are old enough. They can cook, they can clean, they can do all the things. We don't have to get up with them. I still have to get up with a puppy, but how hard is a puppy to take care of? But babies, you know, they need a lot. They need attention. They need stimuli. They need that. It has been a while. They need a lot more attention than, let's say, a 16-year-old. So we have definitely come to the agreement that we are very glad that we don't have younger kids, and we are definitely not ready to have... I wouldn't say we're not ready to have little ones, but short bursts are pretty good. Long periods of time is a little bit more, you know, work that you got to put in. It's like everything else in life. What do I want to do? Right here? Right here looks good. Yep. My wife was having some issues with the little ones getting to the point where it doesn't want to take the long naps that it was taking previously. I helped her watch her on Friday. So that kid went to sleep. You just gotta be there. Like, I sat there playing the Switch while she was napping. She went about an hour and then piped up because she had spit out the pacifier, so I plugged her back in and out for about another hour and a half, which was pretty good. And then the dad got off work early, so he come and picked up the baby, which was good because I had to go do other things, and like I said, my wife wasn't feeling well. That I know too well when my daughter brings the kids over for a visit. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that day too, like the empty nest. I know it's going to be a change, right? I've got a couple of kids that are kind of musically inclined. I've got one that plays the piano and one that plays guitar. So there is a lot of my evenings or some of my evenings, I should say, where I just turn off the TV and I turn off phones and all that background noise, and I just sit there and listen. And I know without a shadow of a doubt that is definitely going to be something that I miss. We should go check this guy. Hi. Hello. What you got? Some rooted dirt, kelp, skulk, ooh. Raw iron. We don't want any of that. But thank you. Thanks for stopping in to the transforming island. Please come visit when it's done. Yeah, thanks. 9 months to 9 years. Whew, that's a swing. That is a swing for sure. Yep. Yeah, we're just to the point in our lives. Like, I'm not that old, but my wife is considerably older than I am, and we're yeah. No more babies, man. I enjoy my sleep. I enjoy, like, I'm there for my kids when they need me. Absolutely, I would do anything and drop everything in a heartbeat to help them out. I'm probably going to be spending a good portion of my weekend ripping apart the front end of a vehicle to help my kid out. So I'm dedicated. I'll do the things, but I like being able to sleep in if I could. Well, which I can't. Pushing 60. Yeah. Babies. That's done. That's a done deal. So definitely go out of my way to make sure the kids got all the things that they need and set up for success and those types of things. But if it wasn't for the pup, I could sleep in. The puppy takes a lot of time because he's still being trained, and the poor thing has to, he doesn't have that large of a bladder, so he's got to go to the bathroom. Bringing him in at about 9 o'clock, or I let him out at 9 for their last little night excursion. During the week, I get up at like 4:30 and let them out. But on the weekends, I can push it till about 6. That's the latest I can sleep in. So, yep, I don't sleep in. I take care of puppy, which is fine. To be honest with you, I think the only days that I can actually physically sleep in are days that I have to go to work. Like, I'm for real, right? So Friday is a day off for me because the 4:10 schedule. If I wasn't so eager to get up and help the wife with getting the kids going and the baby, I could definitely sleep in till noon. But when Saturday and Sunday rolls around, which are typically my days off, yeah, I'm up at 5, forcing myself to sleep till my alarm goes off at 6. It's super funny. Super, super funny. And the puppy will get to the point like my older dog where he doesn't He doesn't need to go out that often. Hang out in the house with the rest of the fam. What was it? When I originally got the pup, I was letting him out at the 4:30 in the morning, and then I was feeding him. This way I could go do the things that I needed to do to get ready for the day. And then that puppy, he knew what time he got fed. So when the weekends came around, that dog was down there barking, screaming, howling, you name it, to get food. So during the weeks when I work, I feed them right before I leave, which is at 6 o'clock. So it's pretty much on the same schedule, and I don't have to worry about it. It's fine. It's gonna work out. I think, whoops. Yeah, after we get this line done, I'm gonna go probably grab the bone meal out of the chest. And then do a little flyover to make sure I didn't miss any patches like that right there. And then we'll continue on. I do want to get a lot of this done via like streaming and stuff. I think would be the definite better way to... the definite better way. The more fun? The funner? Yeah, the funner. English. Dum-dum. See, I missed one right there. What does it say? I was in my kids' room putting them to bed and heard all too familiar sound. It was a pipe leaking. You do plumbing too? No. Like, not for a profession, but I do stuff at the house with plumbing, sure. Attempted to fix my shower. What was it? We got a new shower head, and then it wasn't pumping water out like at a trickle. And it was a piece of plastic on one of the hoses that we connected to the shower head. It stripped. Not stripped. When I tightened it down, a piece like broke off of the plastic and wedged itself in there. So I got in there with a paper clip and pulled the O-ring out, and then I was able to get to that little piece of plastic and pull it out. And now it works great. I don't have any of... My kids are grown and on their own. Don't have a girlfriend or wife. Planning the single life. Yeah, you know what? Kudos, man. Being single isn't a bad thing. I love my wife to death. I love my kids, but I definitely see... You know, I wouldn't have to plan my streams around people sleeping. I could just do it. I'll book your flight. I'm expensive. Yeah, what else did we do? The faucet, same shower. What the heck just happened? There we go. Up, 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 up. The faucet wouldn't shut off anymore. Yep, that was a neat trick. There's another one right there. And that was just new valve stems I had to put in. No real big issue with that. Nice. I mean, this is all we got left, and we done this in like an hour. A paperclip can damage the O-ring? Yeah. I had originally taken the O-ring completely out and didn't realize that the O-ring was going to restrict the water flow. And so when my wife took a shower, like, the water pressure was amazing. Because there was nothing restricting it. But it was kind of bad because we dumped a lot of hot water really quick. That's a good tip. I appreciate that. I'm not a plumber, so thank you, Lightjen, and hello, welcome. I guess I should grab my water bucket. Do I want to start cleaning? I think I want to start cleaning up this island just a wee bit. Just a wee bit. I can dump this dirt in there. Oh man, I used up a ton of moss. Can throw the bones in there for now, the bone meal in there. I think, like I said, I want to grab my water bucket. Learned that in the lab working with vacuum seals. Okay. Okay. Neat. See, you can learn something every day, right? That's the beauty of life, I think. Learning new things, learning new tricks. Learning how to fly on bedrock. Now, my dad was a maintenance guy for a school district, so I definitely learned a lot of tricks and stuff from him and how to fix things, so I can fix a lot of stuff. But I don't know all the things. Yep, so I'm handy, but there's still more to be learned. Now, when it comes to electrical, sure. Pretty decent at that. I should be. Come on. Water is so nice for dealing with this, but when you have a low side, it's just silly. Yep, so we're going to make this side look like the other side. Yeah, don't really... I wouldn't call me for too many projects. It took me 3.5 years to build a 8-foot tall by like 4-foot wide wall with a door in it. Now, I knuckled down on that project. I've been putting it off. So what I had was where my wall... Let me back up. I had a half wall that went down at a 45 into my basement den. I took that wall and decided to... extend it all the way up, so I attached onto the 45 and extended that wall all the way up, closed it off, made it a solid wall. Well, a few years later, we decided to go ahead and break the den up into 2 rooms instead of having the den, which didn't do anything. It was a lot better for my kids. Basically, at that point, everybody got their own room, which was really nice. It definitely helps the fussing and fighting that is inherent with kids and being in similar rooms and shared spaces. So when we did that, I built the one wall. Let me we'll do that. I'll show you. I'm a visual person. We're going to do like an overview look, right? So my den, pretty large den, down in my basement, goes like this, right? Big open space. When you come down the stairs, which would be right here, there was a big opening. This is actually quite a bit bigger, you know, not to scale. Off this way is another room. There's another bedroom back here that's pretty decent. And then I have like a laundry room / bathroom. Cool. So I built a wall across the den, made this back area a bedroom. That wall didn't take me that long. I got that thing done in about a week. All the things were pretty good on it. No big deal. The little half wall that came down the stairs, I extended it all the way up, closed it off. No big deal. So I was left with this little section here. So I framed a doorway in, had a little tiny section on this side, little tiny section on this side, up and over the door frame. And where the issue arose was where these two sections met. So the top side, where my wall met the wall that I had finished up previously, they lined up gorgeous. Gorgeous. But down here at the bottom, the corner bead was like furred out. So instead of my wall coming straight down, it like furred out. And so meeting up with this fur out was a pain. And I only had 4 foot of the wall essentially to try to float it. Because I talked to a bunch of dudes on the job site about what I could do. That was their suggestion, is floating the wall out and just kind of make it match. And it just didn't It didn't. And so that frustrated me to the point where I gave up. And I sat on that. I sat on it for a while, and that really didn't do myself or my wife any favors. So what I ended up doing was a suggestion that she had come up with, because she has some really good ideas. My wife and I make a very great team because she's in no way, shape, or form incapable of doing any of these projects, but she likes me to do them because I'm quite the perfectionist. Plus, she doesn't have to do them, I guess. But she's the idea person, and I'm the doer person. So she comes up with the ideas, like turning the den into 2 rooms was her idea. I'm the one that made it happen. And so it's a great team effort on our part, I think. Yep. The only part that she dislikes is I am a bit of a perfectionist, so when things don't go my way, I more or less throw a little bit of a temper tantrum, and then I just refuse to do stuff. But she came up with a great idea to fix the differentiations between the 2 different walls with a piece of, like, trim. It ended up working out really well. It looks really nice. It did. It turned out pretty good, all things considered. It's not perfect. I'm still not 100% happy with it, but it's better than it was. And she's happy because we turned that room into her office, so it's nice. That can go there. Because that was kind of a thing where she still got all her... She still works a little bit, but her business more or less couldn't sustain itself anymore. Which is why I've been pushing for YouTube things a lot lately to try to get some extra monies. I'm not in it for the money, but every little bit would definitely help. That's not a cry for help. That's just stating what's going on. Facts. But no. Couldn't afford the place anymore, so I definitely wanted to get that area finished up so that she could have her office and all her things in a spot like she once did. So, which I think is why she was always hollering at me about when are you going to get this done? When I want to. No, we did it. Everybody's happy. I'm happy it's done. On to bigger and better projects. I think, as a matter of fact, I only have 1 project row on my list of things that I still need to complete. So that's really good. Server's being a little laggy today. Oh, that definitely was wrong. Oh, where are we at? Hour? I'm gonna have to take a little bit of a break. Make a couple phone calls. It's getting to be that time of the evening. I'm not at home, which is why I gotta make some phone calls. Chilling in a hotel room. We're gonna go for probably about another hour-ish. And then call it a night. Yep, because I'll have to pack up the old computer. How's this doing? Is it doing? Oh no. It's update. There we go. Looks like it did miss a carpet, couple of carpets. That one, that one, that one. That one. Oh, I missed a fair amount of stuff. No, not at home, but I will be home. I'll be home tomorrow evening this time for sure. It's nice. Nice. That worked out pretty good. Is that a carpet? It is. Come on, you're messing with me. Doing this section as far as like the what is it called? Is it fauna or foliage? It's foliage, right? Fauna is animals? Cannot remember. Anyway, getting rid of all the foliage here. Yes, I was correct. Good. Is probably the worst part of the whole process, but I cannot remember who came up with the idea, but genius. Water bucket was my idea. Come on, update. Perfect. We're making it happen. Baby deer is a fan, aka fawn. Or yeah, fawn. A baby deer is a fawn, aka fauna. Got it. Got it. Oh yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Except for you. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. You know, I really don't know, like, when the next season is. I don't think that's actually been... Maybe it's been discussed and I just haven't paid attention. But, I'm going to tell you right now, if and when we start another season, this might be not this same thing that we're doing here, but a Mushroom Island is definitely the place to be. I love it. No mobs, no creeper booms. No things. Can I do that? I can. It's nice. It's a nice little nice little change of pace. Not that I get blown up by creepers too much, just you know, it happens. Carpet, carpet. Carcraft. It's great. Yeah, I love it. This is the first time I've ever built on a Mushroom Island. Or lived on one, or really messed with one, other than long time ago. Let's think. Like, Legacy Console Edition? I had started a world, this was before world sizes. Like, it was the OG world sizes. I had found a world, this was before ocean monuments, this was before mesa biomes, this was before a lot of things. I had found a seed with all the different biomes, so Mushroom Island, it had a desert, it had a jungle temple, desert temple, it had villagers, it had all the things that you can need for a Minecraft world. Had a little itty bitty, like, I want to say the island was less than 15 blocks. But I did get some mooshroom cows and brought them back over to the base, and definitely messed around with them a little bit. This was before I really knew YouTube was a thing, and that I could look up stuff. So trying to figure out the mechanics and how it all worked was a lot of fun. And this stuff, I'm not worried about if this stuff despawns. I don't care. It's a byproduct of what we're doing. Bruno's still alive. I'm gonna see no mobs. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Didn't they just fix that too? Like with the latest thing, like they fixed the mob spawning in ancient cities. The latest, not snapshot. Good evening, good evening. You're just in time for me to go, like, I gotta make a phone call. Here in a minute. And like the latest beta or whatever, they just 1.19.21. I thought they said something about they fixed the spawning with mobs in ancient cities because it's not supposed to happen. Like on Java. Just Braun Eric. Ignore the number. Wrong number. Numbers are fun. I wish I didn't have to put a number in my name. My name stems from an old gamer tag on Xbox 360. Dumb. What's happening? Long time no see. It's been a while since we've done a nighttime stream. Right? It has been a while. Yeah, that was, man, many moons ago I played Minecraft for the very first time. It was such a great game. Such great memories. Such good things were built. I wish I still had that old world. I actually still have the copy of like Xbox 360 edition that we had. And me and the kid was actually checking it out the other day. And it's all gone. Yeah, it's all gone. I think we had it all. I think I had all my save data on like a hard drive. But if I remember right, when the house caught on fire way back when, that hard drive got lost or broken. Doesn't matter. Yep. So it would have been cool though to tour one of my very first worlds and look at all the silly things that I made. Hey, I missed one. It was a rather unique world. I did some unique things. It's where I first definitely got into redstone, and I had a staircase that you had to shoot an arrow through, and that's how I had an automatic thing where the fireplace would retract, and you had a staircase that popped up, and then when you came back through, it reset itself. It was cool. It was definitely cool. Can I get it from here? I did it. Did I do it? I didn't do it. I did it that time. Numbers are annoying, but it makes it unique. It's always available. Yeah, that's true. Are they as silly as Tiz Tom's builds on his hardcore? No. And what are you talking about? His base of TNT is glorious. No, I built, does anybody remember Warcraft 2? Because if you remember Warcraft 2, there was a barracks that you could build that the humans used, and it was like a little mini castle, and I kind of recreated that on Minecraft. And then yeah, the main throne room, there was a couple of rooms off to the side, and one of them had a fireplace, and that's where you went down, and my base was like completely underground. Yep. But there was definitely some silly builds. The slime farm, the very first one that I'd ever tried to build because I didn't know what slimes were and I needed sticky pistons. Just things like that. I had an RS NOR latch that doubled as a what do you call it? A alarm system. So if you came down in my base and didn't know the right way, the right things, then it would just go off and be rather annoying. Early days. How did Tiz didn't die in that episode? I don't know. Hacks. Tiz's got hacks. Love that kind of game. So you love the real-time strategies, RTSs? I love them too. I love them. They definitely used to be some of my favorite games to play back in the day. Warcraft 2 for me was not actually played on a computer. I played it on PlayStation. Yippers. I think... Oh, we haven't come this far. Total Domination kind of... Yep. I love them. I like a lot of games, though. I play a lot of different games. Minecraft is just one of those things that, like I said before, I kind of started doing the YouTube thing on a dare, and here we are. Here we are live streaming from Brush, Colorado. Yep. Alright. Play Warcraft 2 on Sega. Nice. Nice. I didn't have a Sega. I played some games, though. You know, I played some Sonic, and I had a Game Gear way back in the day. But I didn't play too much Sega. Most of my gaming experience, we're not going to mess with that, was the 64. Got a special place in my heart for that terrible, terrible console. All right. All right. Well, I'm gonna jump to the BRB screen. I will be right back. Give me about 5-10 minutes. Go get some snacks. Alright, we're back. Sorry about that. Got to 64 only to play Pokemon. Yeah, I could see that. Was it Stadium? Was it Pokemon Stadium that had where you could play like the games, right? You could play red, blue, yellow. But did it have the Dodrio mode where you could speed up the games? Was that Pokemon Stadium, or am I thinking wrong? Who knows? Yeah, it is thunderstorm. It's always raining on the thing. So yeah, you could speed up the game. That was the only way to speed up the game back in the day. Back in the day. So I think I'm not going to clean this area back here, because we're inevitably going to make a mess. That was neat. Yep. I never played the originals that way. I only ever played them on the Game Boy. I think my buddies and I did attach our save files or whatever to Stadium, but it kind of was a moot point because all of our mons were, you know, level 100, whatever. So it is what it is. But lurking while working, we admire Space's art while we wait. Yes, somebody redeemed like a thing from Space and had him draw that, and then I got the okay to use it for a BRB screen. So yes, many shout outs and love to Space for the art. Good times all around. Like the hell out of Space. I do lurk in his and Elvin's streams from time to time. Sometimes I say stuff and sometimes I don't say anything. Let's see. We're making progress. I want to clear this up and see what it's going to look like before. Want to do it before we end stream today. And then would rather work than fix pipes. Yep. Space loves his fan art. Yes, he does. Had Stadium Snapshot and Hey You Pikachu. That was the one with the microphone. I remember that one too. I had a buddy of mine that had all things, like we played Pokemon Snap, we played the Hey You Pikachu, played Stadium, all those things, because he was a big fan of the Pokemon games when they first came out. As was I. I still play them. I still like to go back. Obviously, I've done some videos from Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3, Gen 4, blah, 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 blah. And I will continue to play them. I'm playing Legends right now. Technically, I've beat Legends. Gotta fly. Have a great rest of the stream. No problem. Thanks for stopping in and chatting. I'd appreciate it so much. And thanks for chatting in Discord. You're like the only one. It's a quiet place, and I like it. Yeah, we can, I guess, let's see. What do I got for inventory space? We're still doing all right. I'm not really picking up everything because I don't care. But I guess we can talk a little bit about Legends. Great game, by the way. For those that haven't played it, have thought about playing it, are a fan of Pokemon in any way, shape, or form, that is definitely a game I highly recommend picking up and playing. You definitely don't have to do all of the crazy things that I'm doing. But it is definitely a breath of fresh air compared to the mainstream games. I like being able to just kind of explore areas and catch a bunch of Pokemon and battle and do the things. It has some crafting and gathering of items, which, of course, is a thing I like to do. Yeah, it was just a nice, I think, step away from... I do play Go. I do. I haven't turned it on in a while because it got very, very repetitive, but I'm sitting at like 600 in the decks. 40, 50 shiny, something like that. I kind of got mad at the latest update with the extra large candies for evolutions and stuff like that, so I just kind of turned it off. I still have it. I didn't delete it or anything. That is one aspect of Legends I love, is the shiny hunting, because you can actually manipulate... You can manipulate it. You can manipulate it in your favor to where your odds are better. Which is really good, because you can't really do that outside of getting the shiny charm, which I believe was introduced in... I want to say Gen 5, but I may be wrong. Nonetheless. Inventory's full. And we need to eat. You know what else we need to do? You gotta remind me next week, like, before I do any... I'm gonna have to AFK here. Before I do any streaming next week, or the next time I stream, I need to really, really, really get, like, redemption things on streams, right? We've been doing this for a while, and I have no point redemption things. And if I could show you, if I had a... I should really get a webcam. Not because to see my face, but I talk with my hands. And the facial expressions would probably be interesting for some people. Nonetheless, if I had a camera, I would show you guys on my phone where I have it pulled up, like on the... Let's go into the old Googler. Right here, adding redemption rewards on Twitter. No, Twitch. We can do it via manage rewards section under the channel points in the creator dashboard. Like, I know how... I have it right there. I've watched videos. I know how to do it. I just keep forgetting. I get so busy doing videos and stuff that I just... Yeah. I'm sorry. I apologize. It is easy. It looks easy. That's why we're not doing it. No, I don't know. It's just one of those things that I think I'm going to have to devote some time to. Though it may be easy to add, I need to figure out exactly what I want to add. You know what I mean? Sound alerts would be nice, having some things. There are sounds for, like, follow. Or, yeah, follows the blaze. Subscriptions like a magma cube. A host is a wither or something like that. And then, like, cheering bits is a ghast. So we do have those, but... You know, we can do better, for sure. Anyway, back into Legends Arceus. I love the grind that that game has, which is a big fan, or a big thing of certain games that I like to play. What to do with them is the hard part. Yes, what to do with them, and then the, like, amount, right? How many points should this be? How many points should that be? You know, I have a couple of emotes that are not, I believe, let's see, I have the hype, I have the facepalm, I have the heart, and a band, and I have two more emotes. One's a laughing emote, and one's something else that I don't have. I'm not going to report my own emotes, but I could do that, right? We could redeem big channel points for a special emote or whatever. There's many things we can do, and I just don't know what to do. So Patreon, I'll get back to Legends here in just a sec, but Patreon, for the longest time, I had 2 tiers and then nothing. Like, here's 2 tiers, because somebody asked me about Patreon. I think it was Zeta, actually. Who is doing, from what I see on Twitter, is doing wonderful and loving life right now, which is awesome to see. Awesome to see somebody struggling with whatever their struggles are, and then see them succeed and be happy. It warms my heart. Help fill hit, don't give them option to blow you up. Helpful hint, don't give them the option to blow you up. They will use it a lot. I could make that like a bit reward, right? I don't know. If you donate $100, blow me up. No, it wouldn't be something ridiculous like that. We're definitely not going to do that. Oh no, give it. But yeah, Patreon I think I've got set up now with like 4 different tiers and different rewards and things that go with them. And that took a while. That took me actually sitting down for a day with a notepad and writing out the things. And I was kind of Eric streams are so chaotic with the redeems. Yeah. I sat with a like a notepad and then I wrote everything out and I kind of I kind of went over to like some other people's things and seen what they did, like Liara and stuff like that. I just wanted to get a glimpse of how the professionals do it. And yeah, we came up with some ideas and like I said, we wrote them all down and then I had to implement them and revamp it and it kind of... I wouldn't say that it sucked, but it was kind of sucky for the people that were, which I don't have that many Patreons, and that's fine. Again, I am not asking for handouts here. Watch the videos, watch the streams. Nope. I'm just happy doing what I'm doing. Hey, look, we missed one. And I put the bone meal away. Dang it. You know what? We're just going to grab some moss. You guys are going to have to tell me here something real quick. Can you hear? Just give it a minute. And tell me if you can hear the air conditioning behind me. Because it's hot. I've had it turned off this entire stream, and it's got to go on for a little bit. This one isn't too loud. And I don't think my mic's going to pick it up, but, you know, you never know. No, so again, I think we're just going to have to sit down and look at, like, you know, I know everybody's got redemptions. Probably everybody but me. And just get some ideas. I think it'll be fine. We'll figure it out. You know what? We could even just do a stream. How about that? How about maybe the next time I stream, we just do a stream where it's not too bad? Good. It's not going to stay on the whole time. I just need it on for a minute. I'm roasting over here. Maybe next time we stream, we do a brainstorm stream where we come up with the redemptions and stuff like that. That could be fun. I don't know. Gets you guys involved, which I love. So no, back to Legends. Legends. We're going to talk about it. I talk about Pokemon a lot in streams. Some people like it, some people don't. The people that don't, it's fine. They probably just never played a good Pokemon game in their life. Never enslaved monsters to do their bidding as a 10-year-old child in a makeshift video game. Some redeems should be nether related and keep with your branding. That is absolutely correct. I've tried to do a lot. That's what the Patreon tiers are. They're all nether related. Like the naming of them and the whatever. The things are called. Not whatever, I just mean I don't... Yeah. You get it. You get the point. Let's move on. So... Legends Arceus is a game that you can do whatever you want, right? Just like any other Pokemon game, you can play it at your pace, you can catch who you want, you can do what you want with the game. I am going for 100% Dex completion. I've got about 60 Mons perfected, with many more still to go. Some of them are going to be really hard, like Magnemite. I have to catch 15 Magnemites, and I have to defeat 15 Magnemites, but Magnemites only spawn in space-time distortions, And space-time distortions only spawn at random times in certain areas if you've been in there long enough. And then at maximum only like 3 magnemites spawn. And then sometimes it's a magneton. So it's kind of a pain. And I've actually completed magneton and magnezone's dex entry. So we've got some work ahead of us. Other ones are like Cranidos and Shieldion, whatever. One of the fossils. Same thing, you can only catch it in a space-time distortion, and you can only catch it so many times. And then there's other mons that you can catch, like Rowlet. But Rowlet can be found in mass outbreaks where Pokemon like Porygon, Johto, Sneasel, stuff like that can only be found in these space-time distortions. So, it's going to take some time. I've got to catch a lot of Porygons, a lot of Magnemites, a lot of Rampardos, and evolve them into Cranidos, and so on and so forth. I am completing dex entries where I can. Like, I'm running Cranidos around right now. Cranidos is a rock type. I need to use a certain move that is a rock type so many times. So I'm sitting in an area killing Yanmas because they need to be defeated by rock moves so many times. So we're trying to do it in a systematically convenient way, but it is still a grind, and it's going to take a while. The other thing that I'm trying to do whilst doing the Pokedex 100% completion is I'm trying to do a shiny dex. Originally, I set out to do a shiny dex, meaning if I caught one, like Starly, let's say, I've 100%ed a lot of games, including the other Pokemon games. I've 100%ed all 3 of the Gen 1 games. I've 100%ed Silver and Gold. I never did play Crystal. Emerald was one that I 100%ed. Let's see. For Gen 4, for Gen 4, it would have been the Platinum. And then Gen 5 would have been Black and Black 2. What else did we play? I've played Gen 6, but I haven't... Like, I beat the league and I was done with that one. And I've only played through once. But it's a fun generation for sure. Yep. So I am going for a shiny dex, though. Meaning all Pokemon that can be shinied, I'm going to try to catch one of every. That means that I need to catch 3 Rowlets, I need to catch 3 Cyndaquils, I need to catch 3 Oshawotts that are shiny. Like right now I've got a Chimchar and an Infernape that is shiny. I need a Monferno. I've got Silcoon, Cascoon, Dustox, and Beautifly, but no Wurmple. So it's going to be a process. I'm doing pretty good. I just caught today. I caught a Remoraid and a Quillfish, which I actually already have an Octillery, so that family is done. We are going to need to catch another Quillfish for the Overquill, but it's going to be a grind. I'm 160-ish hours into the game and still playing. Living shiny dex is what I'm doing. Not a living dex, living shiny dex. So I'll have a page set aside for like the legendaries, because why not? I already have a page for legendaries. So I'll keep that for sure, and then we will definitely do everything else. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Give me that water, boy. Juliana is raiding with Party 5. Welcome, Raiders. Welcome, Juliana. Long time no see. It's been a little while. Not too long. Not as long as some others. How was your stream? What were you doing? Better question. Yeah, it's going to be nuts. In Discord, I've posted some pictures of shinies and stuff that I've caught. It's been a little while since I've actually added a... Of course not. It's been a while since I've added some pictures. I think since I was shiny hunting Eevees, which is a royal pain. Jesse B! How are you, my friend? How's your month of streaming going? I see you were on day 24. I didn't catch it. I was at work. I've lurked in a couple. When you're trying to... The Patreon server, I think, was what you were doing the other day. Something like that. Anyway. Super tired. Oh. I tell you what. I feel that. I feel that in my bones. My bones are tired. My back is sore. My arms are tired. I'm gonna be hitting the hay. I'm gonna be hitting the hay here in about an hour. I'll turn on some. I'm watching a guy do a complete clear of Mystery Dungeon, the original one, through Purity Forest. He's doing 386 clears in Purity Forest. He did a living dex of all 386 mons. He's playing Explorers of the Sky right now. If you're into Pokemon games, you might know what those are. And he's going to do the same thing with Destiny Tower, so it's a lot of videos. I think he's got like 400 hours in Mystery Dungeon. So I'll probably turn that on and fall asleep to watching his latest clear. Yes, thank you for the shout out for Jesse B. Seriously, if you're not watching Jesse B, then you're just not... What are you doing with your life? Jesse's like the nicest human being I know. Yeah, so we've got a long grind ahead of us in Legends. I think I'm gonna have 600 hours or better in that game when I'm finally done, where I'm happy with it. Which, in the grand scheme of things, and the whole reason I was kind of the reason I was talking about it is for $60 for a game. I think that's a heck of a deal, all things considered, right? Like, I paid $60 for this game, and I'm going to get 600 hours. That's like $1 an hour? Is that right? 100? Hold on. Math and breaking stuff. So 600 hours divided by 60 is 10. So, yeah. It's like for every 10 hours or something, we spend 10 bucks. No, every 100 hours, we spend 10 bucks. So, you do the math from there. I'm definitely getting my money's worth, is what I'm trying to say. And failing beautifully. Yeah, I'm 160 hours in, 60 perfect dex entries, and I've got 3 pages of shinies. Eevee's gonna be the bane of my existence because Eevees are silly. They only spawn... They spawn in quite a few places. But when I was running the Obsidian Fieldlands to find Eevees, I was only finding Bidoofs. I have 13 shiny Bidoofs. And a shiny Bibarel. And I found like a shiny Ponyta that I didn't have a completed dex entry from, so that family's done, because I evolved the one they give you into a Rapidash. The best way to grind for Eevees is the space-time distortion, or not space-time distortion, sorry, the mass outbreaks. But the mass outbreaks of Eevee are very rare. I did find a system running back and forth to the Fieldlands, and then just going back to Jubilife would spawn me a Eevee outbreak about once an hour. I've gone through 17 Eevee outbreaks, and I've found 2 shinies, and I need 7 more. 1 shiny Eevee, and then the rest of the Eeveelutions. So it's going to be one of the ones that's going to take a while. I think a female Combee is going to take a while. But you never know. I found a shiny Cherubi popped out of a tree on me. So, I think it's give or take. Nintendo doesn't seem to believe in sales for their games. They gave... I mean, if you're a completionist at heart, like I am, there's way too much to do in that game. Nobody... How many people are going to do what I'm doing, though? How many people are actually going to spend that much time completing the dex 100% and trying to do a shiny dex? Because it's really not that bright. Where is the hole? Oh, there's the hole. But then again, I'm transforming an entire mushroom island with dirt and moss, or I'm sorry, mud and moss. So, you know, we do random things all the time. I probably shouldn't go this far to that side because it's just going to go bye-bye. Never tried a shiny dex. You know, I never would. I never really did much shiny hunting in the old games, especially with the 1 in 8,000 chance. Outside of like the Gyarados that the game forces you to get, I never really seen too many shinies. My last video that I posted on the 3rd channel was a run where I ran Sunkern through Fire Red. Beat the game with just a Sunkern. I found a 1 in 8,000 shiny Rattata. Did I complete? Ooh, man, look at that. That's, ooh. Ooh. We start getting in some, like, grass patches and doing a little bit of customization. I think on this side we're not going to do, like, trees. We're going to do mushrooms, maybe? It's never a good shiny. Rattata's not a bad Pokemon. Like, if you're going to do a Nuzlocke and you find one with guts, it's a good early game Pokemon, I should say. It kind of does fizzle out as you progress in the game because stuff gets stronger. I am a big fan of actually Raticate and Sandslash's shinies. They're both similar. They're not the same, but they are similar. And I like him. Some of the shinies I don't like my favorite 2 Pokemon are Dunsparce and Crobat, and both of their shinies I don't like. I like Zubats and I like Golbats. Why they didn't keep the theme for Zubat, I'll never know. But, you know, it is what it is. That's the trick. Put the water on top of the grass and let it just flow wherever it's going to flow. And Dunsparce, poor Dunsparce. I love Dunsparce. I can't say that he's my favorite Pokemon, but he is up there in one of my top spots. And it shifts around a bit. Like, I love Smeargle after running Smeargle through Fire Red, through Emerald, only a Smeargle. And then running Smeargle through, what did I run him through? Soul Silver or Heart Gold, one of those two. Like, I like Smeargle. He's a gimmick mon. He's not great. You can do the things that it does with much, much better Pokemon, just like Dunsparce, but I am one of those weird ones that loves Dunsparce. I'm so sad that he didn't get love in Legends. Quillfish did, Stantler did, Sneasel got a second, a regional form, I should say, with a evolution, another evolution. And considering the Dex entry in like Sword and Shield where it says in ancient times this Pokemon floated around on its wings, it definitely should have got a Hisuian form and an evolution. Now Dunsparce is a good Pokemon. Now I know that there are a lot of other Pokemon that can do what Dunsparce does better. Like Ursaring's a really good normal type. The difference between Ursaring and Dunsparce is Dunsparce's moveset is more geared towards special attacking, where Ursaring is more geared towards physical attacking, but Dunsparce has a lackluster special attack versus physical attack. So that's why I said he's not great. But as the generations grew, so did its move pool. Like it learns Coil and it learns it can learn Roost. And then you combine that with things like Dragon Rush and Body Slam, and then combine that with Dunsparce's ability, which is Serene Grace. That thing is a sneak attack for some things. One game I played that had Dunsparce in it, he was like the Dragon Killer. Just went in, Dragon Rushed everything, coiled if I needed to sweep. Roosted when I needed to. I like him. I really do. But hey, I don't know what really my favorite shiny is, because obviously I said I don't like the design of Crobat or Dunsparce. The reason I don't like Crobat is because what Golbat looks like. I love Golbat shiny, and I think they could have done that, but Gen 2, they really never revamped any of the shinies, right? They were limited in their color palette, so a lot of them are just green. And then they left it at that. And the rain, because it's always raining on Truly Bedrock. Nope, Thunderstorm, because it's also mostly doing that. Oh, what do I have? So in my team right now on Legends, I have a Crobat, of course. It's shiny, of course. I have a Gliscor. I really like Gliscor's shiny. I have Zoroark? I don't know how to pronounce the name. Doesn't matter. Don't care. It was a dark type in Gen 5, but it was by event only. It's a normal ghost. In its Hisuian form, it is a beast of a Pokemon. I do love it. Shiny. I caught that shiny pretty early on. It was like my third shiny I got my hands on. Crobat, Gliscor. I said I wasn't going to come over this way, but let's clean it up. Yeah, Crobat was my first shiny, or Zubat, then Gliscor. Gliscor was also my first alpha shiny. And then, yeah, Zoroark was my third shiny. I was doing the mass outbreaks, chasing down the... Ignore my bad spelling. No problem. Zoologists in Pokemon World are terrible educators. If I saw an elephant outside, I wouldn't know what it is. Ash knows nothing. True, true, true. In his defense, he's a 10-year-old kid that was taking down criminal organizations and battling with legendary monsters that were once worshipped as deities. So, I mean, he had a lot on his plate. What? Yeah. We're fine. I don't know. Yeah, I really don't know. I'm gonna have... That's the one thing about the game that I get to kind of explore now without cheating devices or the internet, is I get to see firsthand what at least the Hisui Dex looks like. Shiny. Like, I don't really like a brown Octillery. It's not bad. Purple Remoraid and then going to a brown Octillery is weird. Oh my god, it's never ending. The greenish tint to the Onyx to a gold Steelix is cool. But who else do I have that's shiny that I'm thinking about? I got all the Ursa family. I've got Teddy Ursa, Ursa Ring, and Ursa Luna, all shiny. I have 3 of those. Zigzagoon. Is Zigzagoon the orange striped shiny? It's not in Hisui, unfortunately. I liked Zigzagoon. Zigzagoon was just a what was it? I put him on my team when I first played Emerald as an HM slave, as people do, because it can learn all of them but fly, I think. Well, Whirlpool and Waterfall can't learn those, but those are specialty to certain areas. Or Dive, I'm sorry, not Whirlpool, Dive and Waterfall. But what was it? He just took up space on my team, and rather than dragging it out of the box and not having my full team for Victory Road, I decided to train it up into... He's pink and go? Oh, okay. Maybe... What game did I play? He was... Oh. In Gaia. In Gaia, he was... Zigzagoon shiny. He was orange in Pokemon Gaia. Yeah. No, right here. He's orange. Orange with tan stripes. but not Galarian, his Alolan form? Or is it Galarian? Yeah, Galarian's pink and blue. Pink with blue eyes and a blue tongue. So anyway, I decided to use Zigzagoon as an actual party member and train that thing up. And, you know, it learns Belly Drum and some decent moves. And if you don't just waste all of its move slots on HMs, it's actually not a half bad little mon. And Norman's Lanoon is what I sketched Belly Drum off of with Smeargle. And then just belly drummed and headbutted, slashed. I can't remember what the normal move was that I sketched, but I definitely wiped the game with Smeargle very easily. And then when I played Gen 4 is when they added Technician as an ability for Smeargle, so I got a Technician boosted Smeargle and beat the game with Swords Dance and Vice Grip of all moves. Fun times. I'm definitely gonna do another Smeargle run in probably a Gen 5 game at some point, because they're fun. But I think I'll change up my stance ever so slightly to where maybe I'll make him a special attacker instead, just to change things up. I don't know, because Gen 4... Yeah, Gen 5 is where they did the physical special split, or Gen 4 rather. So we can kind of do whatever we want. It's not based on moves. I probably know way too much about Pokemon. You guys are figuring that out. I know more about Pokemon than I do about being an electrician. But to be fair, I've played Pokemon longer than I've been an electrician, so checks out. Alright, where are we at? We're close. We're close to finishing up what part of the island. We still got a lot left though, right? A fair amount, but that is a big area taken care of. He turns to Obstagoon in Galare. Huh. Yeah. See, I didn't play Sword and Shield, so I don't know. I've played some games with Galarian forms. Or no, I'm sorry, that was Sun and Moon. I've played some with Alolan forms. Outside of Pokemon Go, I don't know much about Sword and Shield. And from what little bit, like I watch a couple of people that do some hardcore Nuzlocks. So my information from like Gen 6 and up is only known by videos I've watched. And nope, I thought my inventory was full. It is not, but it's all right. Yeah, back in the high school days, I have a lot more information than just Pokemon video games. I know I said earlier I was a completionist, so there's a lot of games that I've completed 100%. There's a lot of games that I've done really dumb things in that probably nobody else would or even attempt. And by a lot, I mean, there's all kinds of people that do challenges and different things, right? Nowadays on the internet. For the memes, for the TikToks, and for the clicks, bud. But back when I was growing up, you know, none of that stuff was prevalent. And it was mostly for bragging rights. Like, all my buddies and I got Tony Hawk's Underground at the same time. So we wanted to see who could beat it the fastest, who could complete it the most. And one of my friends and myself decided we're going to play it on the hardest difficulty, because there's like 5. There's like beginner to where you couldn't even fall down, and then the hardest difficulty was very hard. And we wanted to see who could beat that the fastest without using cheats. Because if you completed the game 100%, meaning you did all the missions and things that it wanted you to do, then it would unlock cheat mode and you wouldn't have to type in codes. You could just go do your thing. And I was the only one. I was the only one out of like 5 of us that actually beat it without cheat codes. And all that gave me was sore fingers and bragging rights. And a lot of stressful, countless nights. Oh. I think Legends is definitely going to take the top spot for most hours spent in a game, though. 160 is pushing the top spot. I think the top spot still belongs to... What did I have in Skyrim? 180? Might have only had 180 hours in Skyrim. Then I had a Final Fantasy game that I had 120 hours in. There's some other games. I'm not sure how many playing hours I have in Red Dead 2. But I 100% of that game as well. So yeah, I think Legends has already hit a second longest gameplay. So we'll see. Pretty good bang for the buck. Gotta hold off. So I was perusing the shops. I am a completionist. It's ridiculous. I have the 100% completion and the... It's not a trophy on Xbox. The achievement for 100% completion in Red Dead 2. And again, it was a bunch of me and guys I work with that were playing that game. I actually played the original Red Dead Revolver, which a lot of people don't realize is a part of the Red Dead trilogy. It's actually a trilogy. Hold on. I meant to turn off the AC a while back. But yeah, I had to do it. Had to get the 100%, and it gets so silly at the end, like hunting all these little animals to turn them into. Or a lady would make. She was a taxidermist, whatever, would take the little animals and turn them into statues, and then your wife hated the statues, so she hid it around the house a bunch of times, and then you had to go find it. And like the last time she does it, it's on top of a mountain. And when I did that, I got the game completion for the 100%, but I didn't get the achievement. I actually had to go back in the game and return the statue to the fireplace mantle. Then I got the completion. Or the achievement, rather. Oh, but what was it? Season 1 of Truly Bedrock, I think, was the last time I played on an Xbox outside of playing games with the kids. I don't play on it much anymore. We do tournaments on some weekends, so the kids are not quite moved out, but it's getting close to where they're going to start hitting the road. So our thing is, when we have all the kids and everybody's home on the weekend, we do a family night. And it just depends on who's got a certain chore. The chore list, we have a chore list. It's broke down by room, by area, by things. We broke up the house and it's cleaning to divide it amongst 7 people because it's a lot easier and faster to clean. So whoever has number 1 on the chore list gets to pick the family night. And a lot of the times the kids are wanting to do tournaments. And so we do like Mortal Kombat, Tekken, fighting games. Sometimes it's racing games. The kid bought a wrestling game that we play too. My wife made trophies. I hold the Mortal Kombat trophy. Nobody has taken it away from me yet. Yep. So that's fun, but that's about the only time that I've played the Xbox in the recent history. Ever since I've gotten the laptop, which is what I used to play on, and upped to my game with videos quality, I should say, video editing and stuff like that. It's come a long way since Season 1. At least I hope. I don't know. I don't watch my own videos. Maybe I should. We kind of turned that thing off, and it still gets played. I've got a couple of kids that still play it. You know, they've got their accounts and their games, and the one kid plays... No, he doesn't play that on there. My daughter plays, what's the one that all the kids love? The Hunger Games style game. Oh my god. V-Bucks. Fortnite, that's what it's called. Yes, I did it. Look at that. Grown a lot. Thanks, Jess. I appreciate that. I've tried. I've definitely tried to push quality over quantity in videos most of the time that I've been doing this, but sometimes the hardware I had prevented me from doing what I wanted. Hello? I'm going backwards. Backwards. That's better? But we've upgraded. Like, I've got a good mouse now that's fairly quiet. I think we barely even hear that. We still hear keystrokes if I'm not being loud and talking. Yeah. Things have gotten a lot better, and I hope to continue to grow and get to some of the editing and stuff and videos that I see from like Foxy and Pigglesworth, man. Top notch. Top notch. One day we'll be there. But also on the top of doing videos, I also have to manage time because working a full-time... What the heck is that? That's a piece of grass. Working a full-time job that goes anywhere from 40 to 72 hours a week. A family of 5 kids, a wife, a house, 2 dogs. I've got... 3 drivers now. My 16-year-old passed his driving test today, so if you're on the roads in Colorado, you might want to duck. So I've got 3 drivers with 3 different cars, plus the wife's car, my car, the work stuff. It's all a lot to juggle. Streaming, videos. So I can't always do all the things that I want to do, because time is a factor in everything I do. So, believe it or not, I know it doesn't always seem like it, but I actually plan my videos about 2 weeks out. I have a list. I have a notepad that sits by the table, or by the desk rather, where I write down ideas for the next videos, and then I don't necessarily write a script like some people do. But when I am driving back and forth to various locations and have the time to think out loud, literally, I will pretty much write the script in my head, if that makes sense. I will talk out an entire episode on my drives to work, and I will talk them out verbally, to work, from work, days on end. Until I've got everything perfect of what I want to say, what I want to do, and then I go from there where I break down, running back and forth to the base for things. I mean, all things considered, I built this gas blaster chamber. The chamber itself only took like an hour, maybe an hour and a half. Breaking down the other stuff took an hour, getting everything going. And then catching the gas took a few hours. That's what actually took the longest out of that whole video. And I managed to do it in a few 3-hour sessions. Because typically when I record my videos, I try to do it in the mornings. Because my computer actually sits in the living room. So I try to do all my stuff in the mornings whilst everybody else is sleeping. This way the house is completely silent and I can do my thing. I don't bother anybody, not hogging up the living room. It's a process. It's a juggling act. Yeah, and we've backed down on videos just a little bit. I was doing like, we can actually just plug that up. Yep. I was doing 2 a week, but the last couple of things that I've done have been quite grindy. Like the nether portal? You guys know. The other side of that guy over there, that took some time. Working on the nether tunnel and things like that, and there are some other things that I'm doing in the background as well. So it all takes time, and I think I do a decent job of managing it and juggling it. On top of grinding through Pokemon Legends, the Switch is just so mobile that it makes it nice. I pretty much only play that at oh my god, you're stupid bot, go away. Look at that, I can buy views, followers, and primes on yourfollows.com. Let's see. Man. Let's report for... You're a bot. It's definitely a bot. Tell us more. And then we'll close, and then we'll do this, and then we'll block, and then bye. See you later. Oh, you got it? Oh, you got... I forgot I got a mod. We're big time, and we're gonna be famous one of these days. Okay. Cleaned up a little bit of mushrooms. We cleaned up... Oh, man, this is... I didn't like this when I first started doing this, but it's really growing on me. And it's moss, so there's a... Is that called a double entendre? Play on words? I don't know. It's funny nonetheless. I definitely won't forget about you guys. But no, doing this right here, like building the mushroom, didn't take that long, but digging all this out to put the skulk, and then figuring out what I wanted to do for the tunnel, which isn't done. This took a lot of time. And so planning stuff like this, sure, I can plan it in my head, but it doesn't always go according to plan, right? But it's gorgeous. I love it. This has got to be by far one of my favorite things I've ever built. Well, mooshroom man. This is why I need the webcam, so you can see the air quotes. Built it. And we've done a lot of stuff. Going back through all the things that we've built was definitely fun. But I've only got this little bitty area here. I think another 4 or so hours would definitely finish it up. And then I've got to figure out... So like right now I'm working on a video, but we're gathering a bunch of materials, which is cool. That's going to get us, moving in the right direction. Once we have all the materials, then we can start plunking down a build. But what I've got to figure out in the background is where am I going to plunk this down? How am I going to incorporate the things that I want to do? Because there's going to be some custom trees and terrain and all that stuff. I'm stealing some ideas from the Twilight Forest, if you know what that is. For those of us that have played modded. Yep. Going to steal some inspiration from that. There's a lot of things I need to go continue gathering cobwebs. Because I'm going to need a bit of those. I actually don't need to knock those mushrooms out. Just the ones where I'm going to moss the area. I love the Twilight Forest too. It's such a beautiful mod. All the things. It's a little bit of a pain remembering the steps to take to get to the different areas and how to unlock certain things. But it's a fun little mod. I think I did the Twilight Forest in its entirety in Seopolis. I did a lot of stuff in Seopolis. I've still got videos. I just not putting them up anymore because analytics, bud. It trashes my channel. Yep. If it's not Bedrock, it doesn't go on the channel anymore, I guess. Well, the hardcore did all right. Short-lived as it was. Are there any more mushrooms? They glow, by the way. They have a light level of 1, so you can see them in the dark really easy. And I don't have my ender chest on me, so we'll have to walk back, but... No, I definitely think we're going to continue the work on the Mushroom Island in streams. Maybe some time lapses in videos of working on this area. As you see, it does take some time to slap down some bone meal and go. But I have the huge moss bone meal farms at the base if I need more bone meal. I have the bones at the mob farm that finally got fixed. I have this thing that is producing indirect bone meal for me. What do I got? I've got this much for bones, and that whole shulker's full. I've got a ton more, so we have all the moss abilities that we need. Hey, dude. What you got? Talk to me. Chiseled nether brick, warped stem. Good stuff, but I don't want anything. So yeah, a lot of work needs to be done, and I still have not 100% figured out the build on this side. Let's go ahead and put this here. Buy the fish. Did he have fish? Hold on. Give me that back. Let's throw that out because we don't need that stuff. He had a fish. Show me the fish. Come back. He had a bucket of tropical fish. I don't want the bucket of tropical fish. I can go get tropical fish. There's only like 5,000 of them. No, I think we're going to go do maybe a little bit more AFKing down here. Made it. Yeah. I think I'm going to make some more dirt. Mud, not dirt. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. I think we'll definitely make some more mud. I could get the blue axolotl. I'm not doing that again. I did it once. I'm not doing it again. I had the absolute worst luck. I could have found a shiny in Pokemon before I got the blue axolotl last season. Oh, I definitely don't want to do that. Oh, but I do love this machine. This thing works great. My Mud Farm, Slack's Gas Blaster, combine the two. It was so much fun. So much fun building things like this or seeing if they'll work and working all the tweaks out behind the scenes. But anyway, I'm going to go AFK for a bit. I've got a room to pack up, heading home tomorrow. So thank you guys for stopping in this evening, and we're going to sign off here. Shiny mobs would be a fun pack, yeah. Shiny creepers and shiny skeletons? No. That would be neat. Bye-bye.